So, Rob, man, it was, might, you know, a little weak for NFL news. Psych. It was a massive news for the NFL, bro. The NFL is starting to feel like the NBA more and more. Yeah, this is one of the craziest weeks that I can remember. One of the few times where I was truly shocked by what happened in the NFL. And obviously, I'm talking about the Myles Garrett trade from the Cleveland Browns to the LA Rams. And then the other trade that became the other trade was AJ Brown to the from going to the Eagles to the Patriots. Yeah, this is one of those rare occasions where football during the NBA Finals dominated the sports conversation, bro. So before we actually do a deep dive and just give our real macro conversations, our macro takes on both trades, what was it like when you found out? Take me through that, my boy.
Well, Herbie, man, when I first saw that Myles Garrett was going to the Rams, I thought to myself, like, well, shit, man. The Rams said, we lose one Hall of Famer, let's get another one. So we can make a run. I was so shocked, bro. And here's the thing. When it comes down to it, Herbie, the Rams already had the MVP. They go out and get the defensive player of the year. You know what I'm saying? It's
Before
that.
you do that, that hasn't happened where the defending MVP and the defending reigning defensive player of the year were on the same team at the same time since 1970, since the merger. Since the merger. That hasn't happened since the merger. But go on. Sorry to cut you off. Continue,
No,
sir.
Herbie. I mean, Herbie. I was trying to think to myself, like, when was the last time that I've ever witnessed this in my life? Thank you for confirming it. It's never happened, right? And then here's the thing. Oh man, shit, Rashad. It's almost like we are telepathically connected.
Nah, man. I don't we can't have this.
Bro,
Rashad,
I
I
was
don't want
just
to see Aaron
Herbie,
Donald.
right before we were gonna do the show. When I was looking up research, I saw that there was rumors, there's rumblings that Aaron Donald might come out of retirement. Herbie, if this so happens to be true, and you have a situation where you have Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald on the D line, they're gonna have to change the rules of the game.
It would be
They're
the
gonna have to
greatest
allow
defensive
safety
line of all time. It would
offensive line.
immediately be the greatest defensive line of all time. Immediately. It would be up there with the purple people eaters. It would be up there with the steel curtain. It would be the greatest defensive line of all time. You were talking about between two people. Think about this. Think about this. If Aaron Donald came out of retirement, two people on an 11-man starting defense would have it would be five defensive player of the years between two people. that's, that's
And,
outrageous.
and think about this, Herbie. I remember because we were avid football fans during the Aaron Donald era. We've been fans during Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
We know what these guys look like. Like I've seen Aaron Donald get double teamed and completely thrashed two guys repeatedly. So imagine you
Repeatedly.
have two guys on a defense, Herbie, that not only you need to double team, but each of those guys can beat a double team. You can't leave one guy on Aaron Donald. Even if he's come out of retirement, you don't want to do that. And you most definitely can't leave one guy on Myles Garrett. And you mean to tell me there's a possibility you have both of these guys, given what the Rams already have on offense? Ooh wee! Listen, I talked about the Chicago Bears maybe being the new superpower in the NFC along with the Seahawks, man, vying for position. But I gotta tell you, Herbie, this move with the Rams, and I know big splash moves like this happen, and it doesn't always turn out the way we think it does. But you know what? The last time the Rams, because even if they don't get Aaron Donald, Herbie, the last time the Rams had one Hall of Fame stud defensive lineman, Herbie, they won a Super Bowl. Aaron
Yeah.
Donald did put in some work, and you know Myles Garrett, having played for the Browns his entire career, you don't think that guy is itching, is fishing in order to do some damage in the playoffs, man? You don't think that guy wants a ring because he's with a proven champion with Sean McVay and Matthew Stafford? Ooh wee,
So
man.
here's one of the craziest things, and we could get into it. Rafi just said two 100 sack guys on the same team. That's the level of dominance that we're talking about. We're talking about somebody who, yes, even with an additional game, broke the sack record on the Browns. And I want to really highlight that because the Browns were always losing. So teams could run the ball. And he still broke the sack record, dog,
Facts.
while being the highest person who's seen the most amount of double and triple teams. He still broke the sack record. He had the highest sack percentage at 3.7 in the NFL. He was second in quick pressures, behind only Michael Parsons. And Michael Parsons is like 230. Myles Garrett is 270.
Monster.
He had the second highest quick pressure rate at 270 pounds. You seen that video that they keep highlighting when the linebacker got the pick six and he hawked his own linebacker down and gave him a block, or his own DB down. I like this. So my biggest takeaway, this is really my biggest takeaway. Like, we could get right into it.
One more thing, Herbie.
Go ahead, bro. Cook. We got time. Go ahead.
I didn't want to lose this thought. So we spoke about Ty Simpson in the draft, and I was confused as to why the Rams would draft a guy like Ty Simpson with their first pick. Now, given, now that the offseason has advanced and we see more of what they had planned, more of what they had in store, it makes sense why they drafted that guy. While I still don't agree with him being that pick at that spot, I get it.
Yeah, listen, I don't agree with it at all. Even if because at the end of the day, you know how we feel. I don't want to get caught up on it because that's not what we're here for. But
right.
To me, if you're gonna go get Myles Garrett, go get Ruben Bain. Ty Simpson, dude, he's a 6'1" quarterback that was hurt and doesn't have a strong arm and doesn't, like, whatever, dog, whatever. Yeah, they fell in love with Ty Simpson because the GM is real cool with Ty Simpson's dad, bro. Let's call a spade a spade. But that's neither here nor there. Ralphie, LT, Myles Garrett comp, of course. He's LT of the modern age. Now, there's this one thing that I hate that people do. People are so caught up in nostalgia, they can't let nostalgia go. They can't let people of the current generation be on par with people from previous generations. Nobody's like, he's Lawrence Taylor of this generation. Lawrence Taylor was Lawrence Taylor of the 80s. Myles Garrett is Lawrence Taylor of the 2020s. They're on at some point, you can't get better than anybody. Everybody, once you get to that level, everybody's at the same ballpark. Jerry Rice, LaDainian Tomlinson, Adrian Peterson, Eric Dickerson, Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith, all of these guys are at the absolute top of the level. He's that freaking good. Like, think about this. I'm going to repeat it. He broke the sack record while seeing the most double and triple teams in the entire league. And that's 3 years in a row. He's been the most double and triple team player on the defensive side.
Still eating.
Still eating. He's great against the run. He's great against the pass. Obviously great against the pass. He's as complete a football player when it comes to being an edge rusher as you will ever see. Nobody will be better than Myles Garrett. He's 99 overall. He's in that 99 overall club, right? Mm-hmm. And the Rams got him. And this is my big takeaway. If this doesn't show you that 32 teams are not trying to win a Super Bowl, then I don't know what will. There are 32 professional football teams in the NFL. 32 are not trying to win a Super Bowl. The Rams keep showing you that if there is a will, there's a way.
Yep.
All these teams that we root for, they're not really trying to win.
Yep.
They want to win on their terms. They want to win on their terms.
Yeah.
They want to win. Well, I'll draft a player and I hope I get a Myles Garrett. No, go get Myles Garrett.
That's it.
I hope I get Devontae Adams. No, go get Devontae Adams. Yeah, I get lucky and I draft for Cooper Kupp. Yeah, I get lucky and I draft for Puka Nacua. And I get the absolute luck and I draft Aaron Donald, who fell to me at 11. But you know what I also did? I went and got Matthew Stafford. I went and got Jalen Ramsey. And I keep doing it. I keep saying, F them picks. Certain teams the teams that win Super Bowls are teams that want to win a Super Bowl. The Eagles keep winning Super Bowls because they want to win a Super Bowl. The Patriots for 2 decades, were always competing for a Super Bowl because they wanted to win a Super Bowl. And again, if you really think about it, the Patriots really ain't want to win a Super Bowl. They just had the greatest quarterback of all time that carried their asses and hit all of their mistakes. But certain teams that the Broncos, when they got Peyton Manning, they wanted to win the Super Bowl. They went and got Peyton Manning.
Right.
These teams that we root for, they don't want to win a Super Bowl. Dolphins don't want to win a Super Bowl, man. It would be
Clearly,
nice to win a Super Bowl.
clearly, trust me, I know. Hey,
It would
Rafi, I
be
think they both won. I think they both won, man.
they both won.
Yeah,
A
they
great
both.
player got to go to a situation to where he can show how great he is in the playoffs. And the Browns got a player. They got a good player in Jared Verse, and they got draft picks to build for the future. But to get back to the point I was saying about this just showed how much a lot of teams are not trying. The Bengals are not trying. No,
Hell no.
The Titans are not trying. Dolphins are not trying.
Texans.
The Texans are, they lucked themselves into getting a whole bunch of good players and they drafted. But a lot of these teams are not trying to win a Super Bowl. They would like to win a Super Bowl. They're not trying to win a Super Bowl. The
Bucks got
Seahawks.
Tom Brady, like Rafi said. Yeah.
The Seahawks. The reason why the Seahawks have won Super Bowls recently is because they're trying to win a Super Bowl.
Yep.
The teams that actually truly want to win a Super Bowl are winning Super Bowls, bro. Because they're actually going out and being aggressive and making these moves to put complete teams together. Versus I'll draft a quarterback and I'll let him carry and let him do the work for 15 years, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
You can't say that the Rams are not showing you that it can be done. The Rams have gotten too many great players in the past 10 years for that not to be the case. And all this cost them is draft picks. They have been able to trade away all of their future and still sustain a complete dominant contending team since 2019, bro.
Facts.
Since they had Jared Goff. This really pisses me off. This really pisses me off because if this is not a sign that your favorite team that you invest in, that you cry and you get angry about and you get joyous about, ain't really trying to win a Super Bowl and they're taking your fandom for granted, then I don't know what will.
Bro, that's fact. Shout out to Crazy Dolphin, man. Welcome, man. Much love to you, man.
Good
Hey,
eat, man.
you right, Sean.
Shout out to the homie, man. Shout out to the homie, man.